And I think you should also know that the best days of your life are still ahead of you. Some good days have happened for you before, and some great days are still going to happen for you. Just watch out for it. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, Stish is my name, and I'm very happy to be here with you guys today. And before I even talk about the topic that we're going to discuss today, I would like to say that I truly appreciate each and every one of you that takes of time, 1, to subscribe to the channel, 2, to share with your friends, 3, to comment and even like the videos. You guys do not know how much this means to me as a person, because the reason as to why I create this content is for us to be able to grow together and for me to share from my personal experiences, because I know even if it impacts one person, for me that's good enough for me. But without further ado, I will tell you about today's topic. So I was watching a certain podcast and they were talking about things that we know for sure and things we don't know for sure. And many of us, as we live life, we really feel that, okay, there are certain things that I know in my life because I have grown up like this, because I have had these privileges, because I have gone through this, I know for a fact this and this and that, or I don't know if this and this and that. So today we are going to tackle the side of things I know for sure. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So the first thing that I know for sure is that God exists. I don't know how many people are on this channel, are Christian, Muslim, whatever it is. I believe that there is a higher power that explains the many things that happen in this world, that exist in this world, that we as laymen we can never do. I have seen evidence of God in my life since I was age 0. So just the mere fact that I exist, that you exist, that the world rotates on an orbit, that lakes are as huge and beautiful, waterfalls keep flowing, that good things happen, that there is no way you can convince me God does not exist. I have seen evidence of Him in my life, and I know that there are people who also say that I don't know what it is. Maybe some say that I don't know if it's God or whoever, but there is a higher power. So for me, I really believe that God exists because I have seen evidence of Him in my life. And I know that if you also sit carefully and think about certain things in your life, the things that happen when they do happen without you determining anything can very much explain that actually God does exist in real sense. The second thing I know for sure is that nothing in this life happens by mistake. Even the things that we call mistakes, they don't happen by mistake. Here is why I believe that. You know how, say, when it comes to meeting maybe the love of your life, there are certain scenarios where you can say that, for example, you went for a party that you were not even supposed to be at, but because your friend was going and didn't want to go alone, they invited you to come with, and from there you got to meet someone. So sometimes when you're losing this friend, this very friend that you went to the party, sometimes you feel so bad, you're like, why did I have to go through that? Or reason A, B, C, and D. But then, I come to understand that it was no mistake that you met this friend. Maybe this friend was meant to lead you to that friend. So everyone has a single purpose. Okay, different people have different purposes in our lives. And I believe that when that person's part in your life is over, it's like a stage. They will leave and other great people will come. So I believe that nothing happens by mistake. Even when you're 1 second late, God could literally be trying to save you from something. Even for the 1 second you're early, God could try to be saving you still from something. So I believe that nothing happens by mistake, and that's how I live life anyway. That's the mentality I have. Bringing me to my third point, intuition does not lie. That's one thing I know for sure. Because in my life, for example, there are things that will happen, but before they happen, I either knew it would happen or I felt it would happen. It can be a bad thing, it can be a good thing, and there is no way I can explain it because I cannot say that it's all me. But like I say, through God and the Holy Spirit, He works through you, He speaks through you. So for example, a friend of mine went through something very difficult, but I had just met him when I told him that he would actually go through that thing. Or even like on my birthday, I had told him that he will be wearing this, sitting next to this person. He had never met those people. He never had those clothes by the time I ever told him that on my next year's birthday, that's what you'll be wearing. So, okay, intuition works in so many ways, and for me, I'll speak for myself. If I know that something is happening, maybe someone is doing something funny. So if a partner is cheating, my heart knows. Like, I can try and avoid it because I can be in the happiest moment and it just hits me. Like, actually, check on this person, it could be A, B, C, and D. And indeed, when I check, that's what it is. That's what it is. So for me, I don't even take it for granted. Of course, there are times when you're thinking, maybe it's just my insecurities talking, or maybe it's just my mind trying to convince me otherwise. But trust me, every single time, even when, like, say, I'll say the Holy Spirit, I won't say a cheat, but I'll say when the Holy Spirit tells me to check on someone, sometimes I lazy around and then they check on me first. Or sometimes I think about someone and then I see them. And maybe sometimes I imagine, I think so and so is, going to come by, and they will come. So I don't know what that is, but I believe that intuition is always right. Because sometimes it's not even based on past experiences, but it's based on your soul and what your soul knows is about to happen. Even when it's a good thing, you will know. Even when it's a bad thing, you will know. So intuition does not lie. I really don't know if men do have intuition. And for the men who watch this channel, feel free to let us know. Do men have intuition? And if they do they actually follow it the way women follow their intuition? It's like a sixth sense. So please do let us know if everyone has an intuition, and if yes, what has been your experience with that? One thing I know for sure, and I know that many people won't like to hear this, but not all of us are going to be successful. Not all of us are going to marry rich. Not all of us are going to have Christian, born again, handsome, tall, dark-skinned, chocolate men, or curvy Kim Kardashian kind of shaped women. It's just what it is, man. It's just life. We want certain things. There are things that we all want because we have seen them somewhere. But it's not a given, darling. It's not a given that we shall all get the perfect partners. We shall all be super, super successful. We could reach a level in life where we are comfortable, where we can have a meal, where we can take our kids to school and everything like that. But not everyone is going to be successful. Not everyone is going to have a successful marriage. And that's just life. Imagine that's just life. It can literally be just a season of your life that person was meant to walk you through, or you to walk that person through, and that's it. And the person moves on and you also move on. It can be a season when you have too much money, you have everything at your disposal, and then things change, and that's just it. So I would like to say that everyone will get a happy ending, but maybe not. So the happy ending is the one that we see in movies and everything, but I believe that everyone's life, wherever they end up, could be a happy ending. So depending on how you see it, it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. Other thing that I know for sure is the best days of my life are ahead of me. I know that I have experienced some good days in my life, like every single time I get to add a new age, for me it's a blessing, because there are certain people who don't get to reach those ages, but I know that the best days of my life are ahead of me. Well, seeing the age that I'm turning every single year, for me I feel like it's more empowering to make better decisions, to make better friends, to get into better relationships, to treat money with respect, but not to fear money, to make better decisions, to create boundaries, to love on my family more, to be more proactive, to chase my goals. So I believe that unless anything happens, and this is where I'm bound to stop in life, the best days of my life are still ahead of me. I've not given my best hug yet. I've not given my loudest laugh yet. I have not eaten my best food yet. I've not taken my best photo yet. That's how I know for sure that the best days of my life are still ahead of me. And I think you should also know that the best days of your life are still ahead of you. Some good days have happened for you before, and some great days are still going to happen for you. Just watch out for it. I know for a fact, and I feel it in my heart. One of the other things I know for sure is no one is perfect. And this applies to everyone on this planet Earth. No matter how beautiful, gorgeous, tall, handsome, sweet and everything, no one is perfect on this planet. And once we learn this at the back of our minds, we shall learn to extend grace to other people the way we want them to extend grace to us. This commonly applies actually when it comes to dating. People go looking for red flags. I understand when you're trying to be careful and look out for yourself, but in that sense, when you go looking for what's wrong, trust me, you will find it. And the thing is, there is nothing wrong with finding what's wrong. Of course, depending on how big the issue is and everything. If the person is a man-eater, that's a whole different story. But there is no way you can tell me that everyone who is married, everyone who is dating is with someone perfect. That's unreal. It can never exist. Okay? So, as we go out there looking for the partners and everything, we are just like, it's like clear we have a spotlight on this is bad, this is wrong, this is this is that. But that means we are going to die alone. Honestly, that means you're going to die alone. I think that if we just look at people, whether it be family members, whether friends, whether, anyone, partners, life partners, as people like us, we shall be able to pick out what's important and what's not. Because at any one point, everyone is going to do something wrong to you. At any one point, the partner that you so much love will annoy you. So will you leave the person just because they have done something wrong? So as we live life, let's constantly remember that no one is perfect. So that's the reason as to why sometimes in that moment when I'm trying to be mad at someone and everything, I come back to, you know what? You actually did the very same thing yesterday and this person did not come at you. Can you extend some grace to them? So that's how I live life, and I hope that you can pick a leaf or two, because life is already exhausting to be trying to look for everything wrong in everyone. And one last thing on this topic for me is that I know for a fact, God is never late, He's never early, He's always right on time. Here is why I know this. There are certain things that we constantly want in that material moment. The same way a child will say, I want this toy right now, I want this doll right now. If you don't give it to me, that means you don't love me. But I might give you the doll and it may destroy you. It might take away your attention, divert you from school, maybe destroy your life in one way or another. So for me, I have noticed that whenever it is that I want something so bad, I keep on telling myself, if it was the right time, and if it is the right time for me to have it, God will give it to me, because that's what He has promised in His word, that He never goes back on His word, and He'll give us whatever it is that we desire, as long as we ask with the right intentions. So whatever it is that you think you want so bad right now, so bad that you almost can't breathe, just give it time. When you let go and you let God, when you just trust the process and let God, you will see that that grip that you were so much holding on to, maybe there is even better for you, So that's one thing that I live by. That's a notion that I know for a fact that it is real. That very one, I know it is real. And I can never even doubt that, because I've seen it work every other time of my life. So trust that everything will happen when it's supposed to happen, with the right intentions, and that you'll be able to handle it better then than now. It's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for sharing and liking and commenting each other time, you guys. I do not take this for granted. I appreciate you so much. And for sure, please keep liking, please keep telling your friends to subscribe. There are so many things that we shall get to share on this channel. There are so many people, great people, that we shall get to invite over on this channel. But that can only be possible if you keep liking, if you keep subscribing, watching the full videos, and sharing with your friends. I really do appreciate you so much. And in all your life, do not forget to do your best, be your best, and God will do the absolute rest. I love you so much, and bye-bye.